Welcome to Kusum.net. This is Cisco.net MVC tutorial and you are watching part 85 Enable Client Side Validation. Before watching this video, please watch my previous parts part 82, 83 and 84. In previous part 84, I was explaining about compare attribute and for that you will need a system.web.mvc namespace. For other validators, you need system.componentModel.data and notations. So let's enabling client side validation in ASP.NET MVC. So enable client side validation. Validation attributes in ASP.NET MVC provides both client and server side validation. A server side validation is called when you click on the button and it will display the validation errors. That time it is from server side. Okay, but the client side validations are when you uh, when you type the data inside of the text box, that time just you click anywhere and you got the validation errors, that is called client side. Okay, so today we will see how to achieve the client side validation. So step 1, enable client side validation and unobtrusive JavaScript in web.config file. You have to set the settings inside of web.config file, this type of settings: client side validation enabled, value equal to true, and unobtrusive JavaScript script enabled, value equal to true. Okay, and in step 2, include a reference to the following JavaScript files in real time. The references to the JavaScript files are included in the master page. This avoids the needs to reference them on each and every view where we need validation. The order in which the script files are referenced is also important. Means you need to see these script files: min.js, validate min.js, validate unobtrusive min.js, right? Inside of the index view page where you want to display, or you can put this inside of your layout page. Okay, so with these two changes, validation should now happen on the client without a round trip to the server. Okay, if you put a client side validation, then there is no need to round the trip of the server. Okay, so if the client disables JavaScript in the browser, then client-side validation does not work, but server-side validation will continue to work as normal. Means you can, a customer or client can stop the client-side validation, but server-side validation client cannot stop. Okay, and the client can stop this JavaScript or client-side validation by setting into the browser with JavaScript disabled equal to true, right? Let's flip to the Visual Studio and check how to do it. This is my view page. Okay, and when I create a project, that time I have created this with the script file. Okay, so create your project with the script file. If you don't create your project with script files, then you have to include scripts from outside. Okay, so let's, to achieve client side validation, you require this validation min.js. So jQuery validate min.js, this is okay. Let's drag and drop it here, and jQuery validate min.js, this one. Okay, so let's drag and drop it here. After this, you need validate dot unobtrusive. This is validate dot unobtrusive min.js. You must have to put these scripts in sorting. Okay, first you need this min.js, then validate min.js, then validate dot unobtrusive min.js, because this unobtrusive is inherited from this validate dot min, and this validate dot min is inherited from this 1.10.2 min.js. You can use any of the version of JavaScript in place of 1.10.2, 1.7.2 you can also use, right? So you must have to set this sequence: first min.js, then validate.min.js, then validate.unobtrusive min.js. If you put in the wrong steps, then your client validation cannot be done, right? So let's save it and run it. You can see here I have already given the server side validations using this model. Inside of this model I have given server side validations. So now we will achieve the client side validation, and let's check it. Site users, site users. Okay. Now click on edit. This all are in validate. Now I will unvalidate it. I have given client side validation using the scripts. So I remove this last name and given first name then space. So this is wrong. So it have to give error. Okay. Just click on this, but I will click anywhere. I have just typed and click on anywhere, and it will give us error. So let's check this and give space, right? Or remove this. Okay. Presently the validation client side validation is not done. Why? Because in this browser, in the settings, JavaScript enabled is equal to false. So let's search JavaScript. Okay. Settings, this one, JavaScript block, right? So click on this and start this JavaScript validation, right? Okay, let's go this page and achieve this. Okay, put first name and then space, so it will give us error even though not done, because we have to refresh the page. And now, right, you can see here this validation error is occurs by clicking on the page. Okay, and if you want to see the server side validation will done by clicking on this save button. Okay, this is client side validation, so I have clicked on the page and this error is generated. Same like that in the email address. If I remove this, when I click on the page, it displays this error. So client side validation now done. Okay, if user sets the client side JavaScript disabled, then okay, I have disabled this. Now if I click here, the validation not occurs. Why? Because JavaScript enabled equal to false. But this server side validation is working. Just remove this and see, server side validation is done, right? So server side validation will be continued even though if JavaScript enabled equal to false, right? So this is client server side validation. Okay, you can see here inside of this web.config file of the application, this application settings, client side validation enabled equal to true, unobtrusive JavaScript enabled equal to true. If I false it, then validation, client side validation will not occur, right? So this is the end of my video session. If you like this video, please subscribe it, share it, like it. Thank you. Have a great day.